Well, morning. Off again to the bottom of, well, Glen Feshie basically, to try and get up to Braeriach via Cairngorms Moor. Just currently stooging through the woods towards Glen Feshie from Braeriach, which is in the Spey Valley, overlooking the Spey Valley, I suppose. Bit midgy this morning, no wind, so we'll see how we get on. Hopefully the knee will play ball. I'm probably going to take the walker's path from Aclean rather than travel further down to get the Land Rover track, simply because it's a bit more direct and I'm not really fit enough to make the most of being able to cycle up that Land Rover track because it is really steep. So I still ended up walking anyway for a good part of it, but we'll see how we get on. Well, we're just part way up the first of the climbs through the woods here, but there's a lovely view today over the Monadhillas mountains. I think that's how you pronounce that. That's the other side of the Spey Valley basically, and beyond that would be the Great Glen over the other side of all that. So yeah, just wonderful morning. Tiny bit of breeze filling in now, which is good. So yeah, on we go. Just want to stop and show that. Right, catch you later. Well, we're just past a little bothy on our way to Glen Feshie. So there's a lovely day today, as I said earlier, and a great view of the mountains that we're about to head up to. So we're just on the little bit of tarmac estate road that's going to get us to the, I think they call it the Pony Bridge. Basically this is Strowntoper in Glen Feshie. There's the river down there, and that's Aclean across the way, which we've got to kind of get back to, but we've got to go down across the river and then come back up. So a glorious morning. Almost ford the river there, to be fair, but I'll try and keep my feet dry for as long as I can. I'll be wet soon enough. A little bit of, this is a bit tight in here for headroom. Duck. There we are, one footbridge. Over the Feshie. Lovely, look at that. It's bloody marvellous today, look at this. Hopefully when we get on the hill there'll be a bit more breeze, because it's a bit midgy down here. Right, there we go. Just don't stop, eh? There we are. Safely through that one. Oh yeah, wheel spin. Come on, keep going. Don't stop, don't stop, don't stop. Ah, come on. Gotcha. Here we are at the base of the walker's path. We've done what's just over 6 miles. We're at the little wee shelter cairn that you can kind of see just in front of me here. We've come up the path there from, well, you can even see the little track through the woods in the middle distance, but 35 minutes from the bottom of by the river there. We've been 35 minutes up so far, and if I pan round, we got to go all the way up there. Right, well, here we are on Cairngorms Moor. This is the little cairn, the walker's path behind it that we've just ascended from Achlean down in Glen Feshie. We've just dropped down off Cairngorms Moor. You can see on the skyline there, if I pick this up a little bit, that's the peak of Scorgui. Loch Innick is down in the over the brow here. We're going to go around and around and around and up and over. You can just see Cairntoul is the sort of flat top, well, 2 peaks I suppose with a flat top, chisely kind of top, and then Angel's Point is the one nearer, again right on the skyline. I don't know whether we'll get to those today, but anyway, let's go and try and get up to Braeriach. We've got a ways to go. There's no path here, it's just kind of make it up as you go along. So here we go. Very wet, tussocky lumps of granite periodically, so it's a little bit hit and miss. Hopefully a bit more miss than hit, but makes a change not to be climbing anyway for a few minutes. Well, there we are. There's the money shot, Loch Innick. Glorious, eh? Glorious. Well, we're part way in. We're looking, so I'm halfway up Criche at the moment, halfway, about halfway, something like that. And looking over there is Scorgui, where we were last year, seen from the rather more dramatic side from over here. Amazing buttresses and glyphs, glorious. And with the cloud and the sunlight, obviously the thing changes constantly. But what we're into now is trying to get up this thing, which, you know, it's quite a bit of climbing to do yet still, and then we want to get over and hopefully we'll get across to Braeriach. It's I'll speak to you later. We've made it to the summit of Criche. Here is the wee cairn at the top, so we're going to just go and touch that. We've reached the top of the hill. There we go. That's Criche. Hell of a view from here, all the way around. Right, I'll catch you in a bit. So, just off down to the source of the River Dee, the Wells of Dee. There it is, folks, in all its glory, the Wells of Dee. And while we're here, we're going to have a good drink, and then we're going to fill this thing up from the source of the River Dee, which, as you can imagine, is as crystal clear as you can possibly get, really. So somewhere further along here there are the Falls of Dee, where it all dribbles over the edge. I don't know whether we'll get that far, or whether we'll just try and press on for the top now, because we've got to get all the way up there. See how we get on. There, oh, there you are. Across the mighty Dee. It's gone a bit mightier than it was anyway. Oh wow, look at that. That's quite a thing. A view, that's the word you were after, Broomy. Wake up. A view. Blimey, well, you don't get too many of them to the pound, do you? Hell's teeth. Oh. But we are, since we're all the way in, going to bother to push up to the top of Braeriach. Well, there it is. That's where we're headed. The top of Braeriach, the third highest peak in the UK. So, needless to say, it's quite a nice view, really. But we're just gently working up through this boulder field. I can't ride this, it's just ridiculous. Up to the top, and then we've got to turn around and head home. Oh well, look at that. Jeez, that's a long way down. Let's have a wee look. Oh, it's a bit windy to be standing so near an edge. Well, that's what's on the other side then. Look at that. That is absolutely stunning. Let's have a little look over the edge, if I dare. My vertigo kicking in. Oof! Yes, that's a long way down. And there's the Dee heading off down the valley. Absolutely breathtaking scenery. Unbelievable. Afternoon. And there we go. God, that's a long way down. That's a long way down. Braeriach summit. Afternoon. Well, there we are. Made it to the summit of Braeriach. Have a rest, have a drink, some food. Time to head back. Fantastic. Well, as you can probably hear, it's got rather windy. We've just gone back around the side of, this is Criche that we're skirting. We're going to aim to head to the left of all those little lock-ins, and the big lock-in particularly, and then find that trail. Basically so that's the end of the Land Rover track, and we'll go all the way across and over and down the other side. Yeah, so we got a bit, we can kind of do a bit of downhill riding. It's pretty rough and steep. You don't really get a sense of steep with this camera, but it's quite steep, but it beats walking, anyway. So onward and upward, or even onward and downward. Oh yeah. Yeah, this would have been a better route up than hashing through all those little gullies. Oh, jeez, almost nearly died. So we've just kind of gently skirted and dropped diagonally around Criche. There's Scorgilly again. Nice easy landmark. Well, when you've got some visibility anyway. Right, so I'm going to turn the camera off again for a little bit and bash over this rough stuff to get to the other side of this. Hopefully we can do a bit more descending on the other side. Right. Okay, so still very breezy, as you can probably tell. We've made it though. This is the little T ending on the Land Rover track. And we can follow this now back across the moor and ultimately down back to Glen Feshie. So we've just kind of come up and over this. There's Criche, so that you can just see the other shoulder, the Braeriach in the far distance there, but Braeriach proper is behind Criche. You can't really see the peak of it. So we just literally freestyled it all the way down the side of Criche. Had to do a bit more hiker bike, inevitably. And we've had to just do a little detour up and around to manage to be able to get over this. There's a very steep gully here with a stream in it. So yeah, so we're on our way. It's about 5:30 now. I'm trying to think. 20 to 6. So we're off up there now. Oh, my poor old knees. Anyway, off we go. Speak to you later. Here we are. We've just about got to the highest point on the Land Rover track on the way back before it starts to turn downhill and drop us back into Glen Feshie. We've just been slogging into a headwind all the way back. It's blowing a hoolie, it's miserable, cold, but anyway. Scorgilly looking magnificent from this angle. Look, you can really get a sense of that little pimple that you can see from afar. But yeah, it's been absolutely amazing up here. It never fails to inspire me, really. The scenery, it's just brilliant, beautiful. and the sun's on its way down, and we need to get down too before it gets dark. So onward, as we say, and still slightly upward, but we'll be going downhill soon enough. But this wind, I've been pedalling to get downhill, which is a bit depressing. It's so, oh jeez. Enjoy. That's quite a spectacular little drop down there, look. Oh yeah. Sure what that peak is up there, but not tonight, Josephine. God, this wind, honestly, is just trying to blow me off the side of the hill. Let's just and have a little look at this gorgeous scenery. Well, I thought it was quiet. I've just had to clear my ears. It's not quiet now. It's very noisy again. But that might be the burn down in the bottom. Oh, right, let's get down this steep little thing and we're back into the woods, bit of up and down. Oh, foot's all wrong, try again. Better. Back in Glen Feshie. Nearly home. Nice little bit of single track just to finish the ride off. And still daylight, look. Woohoo! So the guy we were chatting with up on the top of Braeriach, there's a guy walked up. I can't remember whether I got him on camera or not, but anywho, he was surmising, based on how long it had taken me to get up there, that I might be travelling home in the dark. And I thought, oh, that's not good because I've left my light on the bedside table. But here we are, back on the Braeriach way. And that, as they say, is that. Oh, right, cheers. 1-0.